Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happen to be watching this Risco in Tokyo, coming at you with some more, Little Big Planet 3, it's story mode. Yo. Quill performs a trust fall with no one there to catch her, and splats like a delicious flan on impact with the cold stone floor as a power move. I would catch you. I didn't know that we were doing a trust fall exercise. But I would have done caught ya. I mean, yeah, I think I could do that. I still got the upper body strength to catch a person. I think I've been doing a lot of like work related lifting. So turning to goo is part of the power play. Okay, you know I'm not. That's fair. That's definitely fair. We do appreciate goo. I mean, we are here for goo. I don't know, like, the skin I've got is very, very pink. Maybe yeah, well, maybe the little sister skin. I mean, it seems appropriate. Especially after I walk through another door without the mess disappearing. Now, that would be a pretty solid on power play. I would be very impressed. I'd be like, dag, yo, how'd you go and do that? What do we want to do? I mean, we got the next world, but maybe I'm gonna do just a little bit of cleanup on the last world, because we got Oddsock now. So we could do a couple of these levels, I think, that required Oddsock, or at least like running around the hub. Been doing my training for my teaching hub. Ooh, fancy pants. How's that going for you? Like, is it? Do you have? I mean, I would guess you'd have classes. Oh my God. Okay. That seems rapid? Am I incorrect in feeling like that's a little bit rapid? I mean, I only had 3 days of training for teaching, but it's like a very different teaching experience than what you were going through. I'm overwhelmed and frustrated. Like, that seems pretty fair. I kind of feel like that's a lot. I want to put some stickers or something on this costume because it's like it's very basic. Oh, that's very pixelized. I don't like that. There we go. The training is school-specific stuff, going over policy and practice rather than how to teach. That's, like, on one hand, I guess, but on the other hand, it feels like maybe that's, you want more, you know, like, how to teach. Os! Floppable, it is wonderful to see you. I hope you're doing very well tonight. Hope that life is treating you kindly, and that the... Oh, fudge. Debbie Tiny Toes? Was it Debbie Tiny Toes? I feel bad. I may have forgotten. There was a toe. Tiny Paws. I was so close. I was so close. I hope that Debbie Tiny Paws has continued to settle in. 'Cause she's small. Aren't we all, though, in the grand scheme of things, very tiny? I feel like...
Looking a little slow, sock thing. Get your woolly backside over here.
This is Coach Rock, and Coach Rock is going to make us do wall bounces. This is good to hear. This is very good to hear. Quill says, also have another job starting on Monday. I still haven't heard anything about. Possibly because my teacher login was disabled and I've been totally unable to fix it. Wait, I feel like there's a lot going on here, Quill.
Come on in and I'll put you through your paces.
I'll put you through your paces. We could use some practice with the wall bouncing, so we are going to do a little bit of this. Not all night. Hopefully I'll be able to just I'll be able to get it, just nail it, because I am amazing with Oddsock. That's not actually true. Although
You've got what it takes anymore.
of the companion characters,
Hit all the pads in the time limit, or else it's back to the locker room with you.
you've got like there's something weird going on with you, kid. Sorry if I just went kind of silent there for a second. This is, it's a little bit tricky. It's not super tricky, but it's a little bit tricky. Oh, fudge. Oh, fuck that. Oh, God! Oh, God! It's family-friendly night! No! I'm so sorry, children! Imaginary children who I'm sure are watching my stream. Oops. Oopsie. Oh, buggery. Buggery, everything is fudged. I mean, I guess, like, we can get things, we could swear as a treat. Oh, bugger! Crumbs! Oh, it's so close! Oh, it's not even over yet. Oh my god, we did terrible. Oh, but... Hi! Okay, that was weird. That shouldn't have happened the way that it did.
Time's up. Let's do it again.
I don't want to do it again. Quill says, I had a meltdown trying to get help from the IT service that's almost impossible to contact within work hours and has an online service that I'm totally unable to find at all. That's a lot? Quill, I feel like that's just a lot.
Let's do it again.
And I hate it. But I think it's very understandable that that would lead to a meltdown. And I am gonna guess that this is not, like... You can't actually see them in person. There's not, like, a desk you can go to. I just want my login back so I can do my job. Fair? That seems totally fair to me. I hate that. I completely hate that. It's all government stuff. I'm awful at things that I can't do in meat space. Like I'm definitely better at functioning in meat space than I am like on phones or online or anything like that. So I would not be happy. Government. There's like 5 education department websites and all of them are impossible to find help on. It's very unnecessarily frustrating, but also like, what? I mean, not what to you. Your explanation is fine. Just like, what are they trying to do? Clearly not help. That doesn't seem to be in their wheelhouse. I think we've gotten everything from here that we can get with this character, so let's go to the next map. The next map is supposed to be like faux Russian, but it just seems like a vaguely Slavic Eastern European mishmash. It's not great. I'm gonna go out and say that it's not as bad as other things, but it's not like super duper great. So I'm gonna give like that as a heads up. I need my login to do my planning, and I can't rest and feel competent without fixing this. Yeah, that's 100% understandable. Are you... Is this something that, like, you could get help with from another teacher or somebody in the... Isco, what are you doing? No, I mean, clearly, if it were, you would have done that. So, hesh my mouth. My mouth is officially heshed. But I don't like any of this. I want to send you some curry, because that's like all I've got.
Brain, don't be like this. Let us make friends again.
This is Papal Mache, by the way.
Papal Mache is my name, and this place is the ziggurat.
I tried to get help and was told to call, but spent most of my day in training. So by the time I get home, there's like 20 minutes to call the phone line, and it's a 30-minute wait. Oh, God.
I changed. Now, then I opened my mouth. There is no dreaming, no sparkle. Just big hairy brain turkey. Anyway, only hope now is that Toggle, second hero of the Bunkum, will come back and return Ziggurat to top of charts. For this, we need
no, I guess I would imagine not, because you're in the training, so it's like... And you said it starts on Wednesday. And you probably got training on Monday and Tuesday as well?
I had clever method of getting them back quickly, but in my mind now is only windmills and vinegar. Anyway, so I am afraid it is long way around for you.
Windmills and vinegar.
Enormous burning house of flames. So hot, so sweaty. Another lost somewhere in a labyrinth.
We'll probably do the flames one first, because I think it's kind of the weakest. Oh my god! Uso! They actually had assets that weren't loaded in! Oh my gosh!
Bring all three marbles to this statue.
In the game, on the disc! Oh! Sumo! Oh, I wish Kronos had been here to see it. How do you... Like, that's something that happens in community levels?
The resurrection of Toggle cannot take place.
I didn't think... Wow, Sumo! Sumo, I hope you feel bad. I gotta hope I can get someone to show me where the online chat thing is tomorrow. Also have to call a principal about the Monday job, because nobody contacts you about anything. I'm so frustrated. You have every right to be. Like, this is just... This whole thing sounds like a big frustrating cake of BS. I will ask to the extent that you can, just to take a bit of a breath. There's nothing that you can do about it now. Which is crap, but is also true. And there's no reason to, again, to the extent that this is something you have any control over, but there's no reason to let this frustration eat up your time away from work. At the very least, it's not on you. And one would hope that they would see it that way. Which hopefully is not a vainglorious hope.
An oversized furnace. You boil before you reach first checkpoint, unless you send Yeti. My burden is to have great allergy to Yeti, but will introduce
I want to
you
come in a
anyway
chat and just be
quest
happy,
to
but I
revive
just
the
can't stop
mighty
thinking
dog.
about it. Okay, I'm gonna say something that's maybe, hopefully unnecessary, but I do want to say it, just so at least you can hear it from me. I love having you here in chat and joyful and happy and brimming. I do. But that's not your job. If you're having a rough day, if you're feeling really frustrated,
Yeti smell bad, yes.
I need to get away from this
Marble,
dude so
however,
that his
is good
chatter
for the
doesn't
bunker.
interrupt into this. If you're just feeling generally low, like, that's cool. And I accept that part of you too. So please don't feel like you have to bring energy to chat. Just being here is enough.
I will introduce you to Yeti. Despite great allergy to Yeti hair, you will fare better, friend. Fetch marble, preferably free of hair.
Papal Mache is so weird. Like, I don't... There's a specific stereotype they're going for with this character, but like, it just feels like 30 years ago. Like, what kids of... When was LBP3's release date? Give me a sec. Little... Big Planet? 3 release. Okay, so this came out in 2014. So, like, what children of the year 2014 were, like, down with Yakov Smirnoff era Russian stereotypes? Because that's not like a thing anymore. On a brighter note, got my name changed at the school. I love that. That is super duper cool. All of these costumes suck. I hate to be like that, but it's true. I mean, the Yeti costume's kind of cool.
Button to buy. You have made all of us here at Zoom Zooms very happy.
The Brunhilde, I mean, I could get with Brunhilde.
Thank you.
That's a weird thing to say. I don't think that really came out the way I wanted it to, but
Here at Zoom Zoom,
I guess the cheerleaders are pretty cool too.
collectibles greatly. So please, buy something. Thanks for buying.
I don't want the orcs. I don't like the orcs.
Step up to the sailboat to browse and buy.
Man, these are just like, I don't know, these costumes are very pants. Do you have to wear a name tag at work?
We only use the finest materials.
Do you get like a neat name tag that says Quill on it? I am Zoom Zoom. All of these accents, like every character in LBP3 has got these like just terrible, vaguely like white people doing ethnic accents, and I don't know. Sometimes, I mean that's something that was in. I feel like MM's LittleBigPlanet stuff also had that issue at times, but like it seems like particularly a lot in the sumo stuff. He's also going to update my name in the staff handbook. Nice. It will be official. Lord knows that we want things to be official. Like, that's not even a joke, actually. I mean, we would like things to be official. Okay, there's nothing else down there. How do I get out of here? Okay, good. Got that. There's more stuff over here. Also, these really creepy Russian dolls, who I kind of love, honestly.
You will like Yeti. Yeti will like you. Together, you will fetch marble and restore Ziggurat to former glory.
Former glory! For the motherland! Okay, we'll do the Yeti level. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Furnace too hot for you. Let Yeti take place. Do not worry. Yeti reliable. Will return with marble.
Yeti is like fairly terrifying looking, to be honest. Although I'm probably be stuck with the first initial of my dead name in my email login, department login / email.
The marble is in this shelter.
I suppose at the very least it's just the first initial.
Tell the Yeti which direction to go. Use action button to make the Yeti jump. Gusty wind take Yeti to high
Wait,
places.
is this...
Yes? Now go. Find shelter. Find marble. All of the bunkum relies on you.
This is actually like fairly tricky. Oh, Albie, how you doing? Yes, I finally figured a way to do story mode. Less figured a way, but just realized that by using my Japanese version, that it wouldn't be tied to my profile. So we are finally working our way through story mode, and it's been a trip. But how are you, Albie? Also, Alice, it's wonderful to see both of you. I hope that life is being very kind to both of you. Is not giving you any more stress than you feel like you could deal with. Alice, I'm glad that you're here because Hive, and I don't know if Hive is gonna drop by tonight. But Hive had specifically wanted me to tell you these Gex facts because they remembered that you are a Gex head. According to a technical overview, Gex has 12 bones in his mouth and head alone, including 5 bones in his tongue. So that's a thing. Also, from the old PR stuff from Gex, it's very 1990s and also kind of gross. But these are the top 10 reasons why it's cool to be Gex. Deep breath. I'm gonna go through these. Number 10. But maybe number 2 for gross. Oh, you've seen that one already, so I don't have to read it out loud. Good. Because it's kind of gross. But let me tell you, it was very weird seeing, like, Tanya Harding and John Wayne Bobbitt mentioned in something as though they were timely. The second one is extremely gross. Wait, what was the second one? Because the number 2, the top number 2 reason. Yes, that one is yeah. I remember that because I was in would have been either junior high school or high school when that happened, and it was a whole thing. Like, it was a whole thing. And it was as gross as you would imagine. Which is to say, really gross. And Alpi said, I missed something from Alpi. Alpi said nothing special, really. Well, hopefully, no... Hold on a second. No news means no bad news. I think. I've got my fingers crossed. Well, okay, my toes crossed because you know how it goes. Now, I gotta get up here, and then I bounce again. Right. It's all good there. I'm glad to hear that. New year, but hopefully good stuff. And this is all that we can ask for. Yeah, the Bobbitt one is... I mean, the Tanya Harding one isn't a lot better, but the Bobbitt one is particularly gross. Reminds me of a similar thing. I need to watch the Obayashi Sada movie. Obayashi Sada. Is not ringing bells. Can I jump over these? Okay, good. Now, I think if I go here, yes. LBP3 story levels are okay. I'm just especially I'm just especially fond of any of the characters. Oh, not fond. Yeah, like that's definitely an issue. I feel like the actual story characters are not particularly interesting. They're varying degrees of uninteresting or kind of gross. The companion characters have got, like, there's no build-up to them. You've got all the weird side characters that, again, there's, like, nothing there. Like, they exist to give you side quests, but there's no reason why we should care, I guess. LBP3 does not particularly make you give a rat's butt about anybody in it, which is kind of a problem. Like, even LBP1 did a better job than that. And LBP1, if we're going to be, like, 100% honest, LBP1 is a little bit thin as far as story goes. I get what they're going for, but it's just really, really bland. you're not wrong. Quill says I'd make for a good weird side. Oh wait, I'll scroll up in a second. I just want to address Quill. Quill says I'd make for a good weird side character. Quill, we should sit down and make a costume for you in LBP3, and then I could hide you in a level that I made, and you could be in a level that I made, and that would be exciting and fun. Now let me catch what Alice has said. Saba Asada is Abe Sada. Obayashi is the house director. Ah, hi. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that's too tall for me to jump on, so I gotta get over here, I think. I'd give a quest to get me a huge... Wait. Profiterole? Like, I was wondering if that was like a drug, but then you said that there was cream involved, and I was very confused. LB says, I like LBP1 for that exact reason. It's simple and focuses more on the visual side of things. Same thing with LBP PSP. I'm 100% understanding of the difficulties in typing LP. I have not been able to type all day, and I had to do a giant post for Tumblr, so that kind of sucked. Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, purely in a character department. Like, LBP1 managed to make me care about the characters, even though there's not a lot there. As you said, it's very visually focused. But actually, like, I liked and cared about the different creators of each zone. Although, definitely, Frida and Don Lu are top tier. But Mags, like, I liked Mags. She was cool. And they managed to do that with not, like, an awful lot. And LBP3 has got... You've got, like, your voice acting, and there's a lot more animation in the characters, and yet still they managed to make them very dull. Profiteroles are like a cream puff thing, round pasty filled with cream and half dipped in chocolate. Hey, I did not know this. Why am I doing this? I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay. Okay, just relax. Yosh! They're very good. They sound very good. I don't know why I had never heard of them before, but they sound fantabulous. I love profiteroles. I thought that this was gonna be like a hormone thing. Honestly, I was like, I don't know. I haven't done a lot of research. Now try making a croquembouche. Is that like better or worse than an amuse-bouche? Alfie says, I also like the way they reference different cultures with the music and decorations in those games. I'm a little bit hit and miss on that. Like, on one hand, like, I do appreciate it, and I do especially appreciate the music side of it. On the other, I feel like it can be pretty, like, it's a small world. Let's just build this out of kind of the most stereotyped view of the cultures. So that's, you know, I was a little bit iffy on that one. They do have their problems, of course. They do. I mean, they're English. Even Media Molecule is English, so there's like a certain amount of, yeah, their heart's in the right place. I don't know if these are going to kill me. I mean, I know that they're going to kill me if they fall on me, but I don't know if they're going to kill me if they touch me. Croquembouche is when you have a huge amount of profiteroles with extra cream and toppings. That sounds like it might kill a person. Oh, dip? I think we got our first, like, straight up ace. Like, without having to go back and redo it? Go me. I have to say that I like the LBP1 presentation of America better than LBP3's. Like, I realized that 50s Hollywood is, in its way, very iconic, in the sense that it has very iconic imagery that it can draw on, that you can theme around, but it doesn't feel particularly relevant, and also I just kind of hate it. LBP PSP will always be my fave soundtrack and level-wise, and it has a chapter based on LA. For real. Like, I honestly know nothing about LBP PSP. It seems like the one that never gets talked about. I know that there's someone who is working on like, quote-unquote remastering it for LBP3, and I wish them luck because it'll probably be the only way I ever get a chance to play it. But yeah, I never hear anybody say anything about it.
You get marble already. Still secrets to find.
I know that, like, LBP Vita sucks a lot of the oxygen out of the room.
Please, you must find them.
I convinced Meligar to play it. For real. How did he like it? Or has he not reported back yet? Am I? Oh, that's supposed to be, that's a toggle thing. Important pics, reference pics for my quest. I must see these. Give me one moment. Oh my god! Quill, that would... The Croquembouche would... That is, like, that's murder. That, you could kill a person with that. Easily. I don't know how I feel about that.
This way! Oleg needs help!
Hello, Oleg.
Ah, my good friend! Please help! Oleg has played wrong music and now Bear's unhappy. If music not changed to something soothing, then Bears never dance
Simply
again.
eat 7100 profiteroles arranged in a tower. Now,
Please fix.
How large is a profiterole? Is it like... It's not like the size of a fist. I would hope it's not the size of a fist. They're bite-sized. Okay, so that's manageable.
And other side of Dance Academy is musical change lever. Please pull to play soothing music for bears. But
This is kind of a fun level.
score bubbles. Most important, bears never calm if taken.
There are definitely like some levels in LBP3 that I do actually like quite a lot. And we talked a little bit about this like last stream, that it feels like Sumo can... I feel like Sumo can do pieces of things that are really good, but doesn't really arrange them well into a whole. Because I got that impression with Saba as well. Like, some of the level design in Saba and some of the presentation in Saba is really, really good. Like, I like it an awful lot. But the game as a whole is just, it doesn't really gel very well. Oh god, Kirby Crackle.
Try to jump when bears land. Will make much easier your task. Yes?
Now, this is a great song, though. This is, I think this is Skinny Puppy. Yo, what? I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is Skinny Puppy. I could not even begin to tell you. Alice? I don't either, Alpy, because, like, this is rockin'. This is a great song that, like, nobody ever uses in their levels. Oh, for real? I mean, they are quite good. Okay. Almost got that one. Now, that little bit in the back there with the Malatroishka doll, which is not how you say that, and the coins, that is excellent presentation. No joke. Alright. Now, I feel like I'm doing well, which means that we're just like, this is... Everything's gonna go south in... Oh gosh, just a second, oh fudge! Now I made the bears angry! Or something, I don't know, I grabbed score bubbles? I don't think I was supposed to do that. Like, they told me specifically not to do that. Oh, did I? Well... Fudge. Am I...
Please pull lever.
I refuse. I like this song, dude. Can I slap you?
Music changed, yes, but score bubbles taken. Bears better, but still unruly. Leave bubbles and special prize is yours.
Yeah, I mean, like... We could... I think the special prize is just like an Oleg costume. It's a remix of the song Rodent. I'm pretty sure, like, most of the special prizes for the, like, the side quests are the quest giver's costume. Excuse me. But the only one that's like any good is the reporter costume. Because the reporter costume comes with like, I think it's like a camera hat and an old-timey microphone. And I think I might not have that costume.
My bears cannot dance to such music.
That's because your bears are losers. I'm sorry. Even I could dance to such music, and I can't dance at all. I have got no rhythm, but I know how to throw my body at
Oleg's
things.
mistake fixed. Oleg's Dance Academy is kaput.
Kaput. I wanna do the steam engine one because I want to save the best one for last. Do I have? I do not have the hook hat yet.
Steam engine. Yes, danger lurks within its sizable belly, but I think you are more than prepared. There is also special surprise waiting, so please wait no more and enter to fetch the marble.
I will fetch your marble. Don't get all persnickety. That's not the word I want. That's like super not the word that I want. Perspacious? That could be the word that I want. It's a word. I don't know why Gex would need 5 bones in his tongue.
The marble you see is way up in Great Rocket's face. It will take very special gadget to get there. You will need some sort of hook hat.
Hook hat! Wahaha! That's just how geckos work.
Hanging basket.
This is a good one. This one is good, but I think my favorite in the ziggurat, and one of my favorites in the game, is definitely flip-flop folios. I really like that movement mechanic a lot. Maximization of Gex's tongue bones is unacceptable on family-friendly stream. I mean, that happens sometimes. That is definitely a thing that happens sometimes.
Hey, that basket fits you. Attach it to lines like this using the R1 button and the left stick to control your direct lines.
This basket kills my beautiful hair.
Just keep holding the R1 button and you can move between. And don't forget, you can still jump while attached to a line.
Yes,
Quickly
yes.
now, onto the rocket before it leaves you behind.
Now I do think that there's a couple of places in this level where I think the do I have the hammer yet? I do not believe I do. Us! Jilly Beans, how you doing? I hope that you are very well. Hope that life is treating you kindly, as always. Not too cold. I think there's a few places in this level where the slopes can glitch out, and you can get yourself a unexpected death. We are hoping that does not happen, but I do know that Sumo did not do a particularly great job with implementing the slopes in this game. Only here for a quick minute, but I really enjoy stopping by. That makes me so happy. You are welcome here for as long as you can. Be here. Yes, those are the words that I want. But you are absolutely welcome here for as long as you can stay. Those are the words that I want. That's what I was looking for. I don't know what I was trying to say the last time. I mean, I was trying to say the thing that I just said, but I just didn't say it very well. You know how it goes. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now I'm gonna have to get the... Oh, fudge! Darn it, that was so close. I hate the way that they've set up these monster eyes so they look like bird beaks. Darn it! Well, I guess I'm just not getting that prize. Fine. See if I care. I have no boost boots. I am lacking in boost boots. I hate that for us, but it is the truth. I think we get the boost boots in Bunkum Lagoon, so I guess they expect us to come back or something. Gotta admit, a mechanical coal-powered rocket dragon is a cool concept. It is, and it's a cool level. Like, this is a good level, no joke. Oh, flashlight! Everybody's got a shine. Everyone's got a little light under the sun. That's how that song goes. That's the only part of that song that I know. And when I was in university in the 90s, I have no excuse. They pull off the effect very well, too. Like, it actually gives the feeling of flying through the air. I know that Hirunda's got a level called Stream Skywards that was actually how I ended up meeting Hirunda. That uses kind of a similar technique, and it's really neat. How do I want to do this? I think we want to, like, yeah. Okay, we want to go like this. There we go. That is such a nice effect. These things, they've got like the little tufts of hair, but they just look like birds, and I hate it. They should not look like birds, but they do, and that's not cool. I refuse to accept the inherent birdiness of these enemies. Right? It's like slightly infuriating. Are you gonna... I'm so sorry, Alfie. I am so sorry. This is my curse, and now I've just spread it to you. I can't unsee it. I have committed a great sin, and I apologize. I think these charcoal briquettes will like kill you in one touch too. So that's not great. As the kids say, that's not great. Okay. Again with the boost boots. Come here. Yosh. Okay, and I think, okay, we're close, but we're not at the very end. Or we are, actually? Because there's the eyeball. And the eyeball is the marble. That is two... That's two aces in a row. I have, in fact, found Toggle's marble. I'm quite proud of my my progress tonight. It's been very smooth. We're not gonna, like... It's not gonna take us very long to get through story mode. I'm gonna get out of bed and have breakfast now. Please do, Alpy. We will still be around for the next 2 hours, if you do drop back in. But if we do not see you, have a wonderful day. Have a powerful breakfast, or a gentle breakfast, depending on, you know, what works best for you and your energy needs at the moment. I'm not precisely sure what a powerful breakfast would entail, but it sounds exciting. It's got a 2 times place, which we can't enter. That sucks. All these 2 times bits. And this is a dive-in feature that we cannot do because
welcome.
we are no
With
longer
the
connected to the
Magisphère
internet.
expanding at an exponential rate, I need all the help I can get exploring its every crevice. Pull the chain to be presented with the very cream of Wonderplane's crop. It's always changing, so come back and give it another tug soon.
I don't think I think that if we pull the chain, I think it'll end up busting something. Because we can't actually get online. So we're not gonna pull that chain. Is the thing. That would be a mistake. Now, how do I get up there? There's a trick. Oh, it's boost boots, isn't it? The trick is boost boots. Of course it is, because it's a double jump. Well, fudge you. I don't need your boost boots action. I got more going on in my life than that. Are you, I bet you are. Look at that. Who's fancy? I am fancy. I'm the fanciest of them all. Not true. Not true. But aspirational.
We are lucky to have you on our side. I suppose you go to find what now, yes?
I blind you with my light. My light, it is blinding. She is blinding, this light. Os! Meligard! It is wonderful to see you! Alpy was telling us that you have been playing LBP PSP, and I was going to ask you your thoughts. Well, I actually asked Alpy your thoughts, and he said that you were still about halfway through it, so your thoughts were not yet cemented. I don't think I said that the way I wanted to say it, so let's just pretend I didn't say it like that. Oh, can we not go up top anymore? That's crappy. Wait a minute. Wait a darn tootin' minute. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's better than any of the other PSP games I've played. Well,
Marble already. Still secrets to find.
and the music
Scores
is great
to beat,
as
yes?
usual with LBP. Huh. I'm trying to remember, like, because I had PSP, but it was only for a little while, and I think I got rid of it before LB. Well, wait, no. Maybe I just never got LBP on PSP. No, I don't know. I had Shattered Memory. That's what that was called. The Silent Hill one? Yeah, it was Shattered Memories, where you were... It's like first-person Silent Hill? I
In
didn't
God's
have
great
very much for
labyrinth
PSP.
lies another marble. Maybe first marble, maybe last. It does not matter. It is complicated. I don't understand it.
This is my favorite level in this section. I've never owned one either. I bet they're pretty cheap right now. I had I don't think it ever got released outside of Japan, maybe? But it was a game called Hyakuman Tan no Barabara, and you were a little guy who was crawling on the outside of airships, and the game was you were sawing chunks off the airship to make it smaller and smaller until the airship would eventually crash. It was a really neat game, but I don't think it ever had any kind of following.
Up is down. Very amusing, I think.
Nah. And they've got the music in reverse. I just love that. It's got a whole vibe to it.
Sometimes the only way forward is to use blinking ball. Do you remember how used?
Do I have?
Mind full of sand, so I forget.
Do we have to use the blink ball?
Wait, I think I remember again. Use right stick to.
You don't.
There is marble. Quick, pull the chain. We get marble. We leave. Easy, no?
What is with that hog in the background?
No. Now marble has run. Run. Chase. Get marble.
Oh, I hate Papal Mache so much.
It makes great escape. Catch marble.
Papal Mache, like, only makes sense as a character if it's 1985.
Use blink ball.
Yep, got you covered, mate. Got you covered.
Marble stuck. You get moving, yes?
Hi. I'm gonna need you to
That is
stop
it.
talking.
It's moving.
Papal Mache, I need you to stop. Honestly. This is unlovely. Oh wait, I can just shoot these things. Can I? Oh, can I not shoot in the reverse world? I hate that. I hate everything about that. Cause I just want to shoot those guys. Nice! The upside down jumping onto the enemies is a little bit fiddly. And I wouldn't mind acing this level. That would be exciting. Doopy doop doop. Now, okay, how's this work again? Well, I mean, we want to get up there. With the blink ball? What, can I not? I can't bounce? Doesn't the blink ball collect? I thought the blink ball collected, score bubbles. Or we could just do this the easy way. Bisco, you could always just do things the easy way. like the cool kids do? See? Right? That's what I was thinking. I feel like I've done that in levels before. Nice! Murder with guns. I mean, I am American, so I guess that's, like, required. Oh, fudge. Okay. Okay, okay. Relax. Chill. Chill, Zors. These enemies, I like them. They are cute and nifty. And I myself am a fan of cute and nifty. Forget how this one works. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, that's not gonna... We can't do that, unfortunately. Which is fine. You know, it's the way it goes sometimes. You are cute and nifty. This is true. You are saying a true thing. Right, now the fire will kill us in one hit, and we don't want that, actually. So we're just not gonna deal with that, honestly. That seems like the best way to do it. I got some new stud earrings, and got my hair to cooperate a little bit more for more femme look. Nice! I'm liking that. You know, you wouldn't think that stud earrings would work with a femme look, but they totally do. The joke involves a play on words for stud, but it was not a good joke. I tried. I haven't played LBP1 in ages, so I got really happy when the LBP1 pod music started playing in LBP PSP, so it's good. Ooh, little shiny gem set earrings. That sounds lovely. I can no longer wear studs unless I get, like, cartilage piercings, because they'll just fall right out of the giant tunnels that I have. I just finished, I finished a run of LBP1, I think like 2 weeks ago. And I had an immensely good time with it. Do I have a bear sticker? Only cheap ones, but they're titanium, so they're very comfortable. Huh. Is that like, do you have allergy issues? I know, Honey Bunny had metal allergy issues, and it was like a real pain for her to get earrings that didn't suck, basically. She actually ended up having a lot better luck with it when she moved to tunnels. Her tunnels are a lot smaller than mine, but I know that when she just had kind of like regular piercing sizes, that she did have a lot of issues. I don't think so, but titanium is the most compatible metal for human immune systems. Not mercury. Mercury's that's a bad one. Which is a shame because mercury looks so yummy, but it's not. Kids don't You don't be drinking the mercury. That would be, as Jeff Goldblum would say, pretty bad. That would be pretty bad. Also, titanium... Nice. Nice. Nice to both of you. I like both of those. Titanium is like one of those metals that it sounds like it should be super expensive. It just has an expensive sounding name. Like one step below adamantium. At least that's what I thought when I was a child. It's also a Katy Perry song. Mercury or titanium? Or Freddie? Because there's like a couple of... I feel like we've got a couple plates on the table. You would think that it would be super rare, right? It has that sound. It sounds like super rare. Check our stuff out. We got titanium. Like, oh. Holy crap, they got titanium.
With such joy. Now, last marble is in place, and soon Toggle will return. Ziggurat will be restored. No more hairy-brained turkey. Instead, great sparkle of inspiration.
I don't know that I've heard any of Katy Perry's songs in their entirety.
You get marble already. Still, secrets to find. Scores to beat, yes?
How do I get to the toggle bit? I forget.
3 marbles. Toggle's awakening is upon us.
Now this
Enter doorway to meet legendary hero of the
turns out titanium is 7 cents cheaper than steel per pound. I would not have expected that at all. And Katy Perry is a Portuguese American. Just like the Portuguese American icon Tom Hanks. What? I did not know either of these facts. Let's hear it for our Portuguese Americans. Tom Hanks and Katy Perry. Huh. That's pretty nifty.
The Newton. Oh, my thought train has left without me. What was I saying? Ah, yes. Ballet dancers. Tiptoeing through the world. Leaving lightest of footprints. Truth, most graceful creatures we know.
Now this level's, this one's a bit of a tricky one, and I don't imagine that I'm gonna get the ace on this one. But I will try. I will try my hardest. I have a little Portuguese in me whenever I eat a tasty egg tart. Oh my god.
You look same as ever. So, how is little one? A face full of attitude still, huh? Perhaps you could blow up cobwebs with a little demonstration.
It's very much like the joke from Top Secret, where Val Kilmer's like, "Oh, I know a little German. He's standing over there." And then it's a fudge.
Come now to Ziggurat.
I forget the.
I will explain everything.
Is the accepted term dwarf? I know that the M term is not
There we have
accepted.
piggy. Watch out. Well, this, I guess, is big problem. But no
See, I
problem
know you're probably
for
really tired of
mighty
this question, but what's your
Toggle.
favorite LVP story mode
back at
theme?
Ziggurat.
My personal favorite is definitely Bunkum Lagoon. I'm not tired of the question at all, and I would either Bunkum Lagoon or the prologue theme. Like,
change form with the L1 button.
like
Change
I
back with the L1 button. He's called Toggle for good reason.
I think that the prologue theme, like, I know it's split between, you got that outdoorsy, meadowy kind of area for the first level, and then you've got the airship level, and then you've got like the spoopy mansion level. But I like all of those, even though they're quite disparate. They're not very connected. I think that the airship, just as like simple level design, is extremely cool looking. I like that the intro, the intro, like after the actual introduction, but like when you first meet Newton, like I like that it's very warm and it's very welcoming, and I do think that they did a pretty good job building the atmosphere in Nana Pud's house. So, like, I don't know if it constitutes a theme because they don't knit together very well, but I like that section. Bunkum Lagoon's got like a lot of good to it as well, and it's got some really nice material pieces. I don't like Manglewood. It's weird because the Manglewood levels, I think, are kind of neat. Like, the space level is really fun. It's really well presented. The casino heist level as well. I don't like the music in the milkshake level, but it's a pretty fun level from a gameplay standpoint. But the actual kind of binding theme of Manglewood being like 1950s Hollywood, I hate that. I hate it so much. Stitch'em! Thank you! Yes! That's what it's called. Quills is doing the do you have any insert nationality in you? Do you want to? Pickup line, but saying Portuguese and holding up a little tart. I like that version even more, Quill. Oh, it's Kronos! Kronos? Actually, you know what? Because I got it paused here, maybe this would be a good time to take a really quick break. But I want to ask, Kronos, did you see my amazing Kokeshi cannon? And 2, did you take a look at the archive video today? Because that level was absolutely fire. Like, top-notch, top-tier LBP2, heavy, fiddly, mechanical level design. So good. Yes, and not yet in that order. Fair enough. I mean, the archive video is 15 minutes long, so that's not great. The Kokeshi cannon was only 35 seconds, so a little bit easier to engage with, I think. Also, I didn't give you the welcome that you deserve, but Kronos, it is wonderful to have you here. I hope that you're doing very well and that life is not giving you more stress than you feel like that you can deal with, because, life is life. But I am going to take a really quick break. I'm going to get myself a stretch, have some orange juice and a cigarette, and gonna... Oh, fudge, the cat! Oh my god, before I go on break, is your cat okay? Because you talked about that last time. You were waiting to get to the vets, and the vets would have been yesterday for you, I think. So, maybe? No. 2 days ago? The cat's okay though, right? Because now that I'm reminded, I really want to know. Budge would be a great name for a cat. I mean, the poor thing would think I was calling it all the time. And that doesn't seem super fair, honestly. But I do need to take a bio break, so I might have to just... Oh, okay, Kronos got the answer. Apparently it's a bladder infection. Not sure how severe it is, but hopefully not too much. Okay. Well, then we'll keep that in hope. And you've got the medication thing going. the sleep schedule doesn't sound like very much fun, but I am super going to take a little break now, and I will be back in just a couple of minutes. Oh, Quill! I hope that you're hearing this and haven't gone to bed quite yet, but it was wonderful to hang out with you. I hope that we helped you de-stress a little bit, and I hope that your sleep is filled with wonderful dreams. Alright, I am still having a little bit of a cigarette, but Kronos, I am the closest I have been to publishing a completed level that is not a tutorial with actual gameplay that I've been in like 10 years. And I'm actually a little bit excited. Even if the gameplay is like super minor and the level is really just like a level hub, like I've put some work into it, and I need to do one more pass for putting in my mechanicals. The way it's set up is that I've got like 4 areas with level links, like, so there's like each area's got 3 doors except for the top area, which has only got the 1, because I wanted to take like 10 of the levels out of the last 50 that I've looked at in the archive and kind of just recommend them to people. But then in between those sections, I've got little gameplay sections. And I've got it set up so that the players can... Well, one, if they don't want to do the gameplay stuff at all, there's going to be like a grabbable teleporter that'll just take them in succession to each of the level link areas. And they can just look at those if that's all they want. And then, two, if they actually want to like play the level, that there's going to be a lever that they could pull to make it dangerous or not dangerous. So, like, they can play it and have no chance of dying, unless they run into some spikes that are clearly labeled as spikes. But, like, I might even set something up so that they're immune to spikes if they leave it undangerous. And so I've got to finish the teleport system. That's, like, super easy. I did need to do, like, one more editing pass to make sure that things are being toggled to dangerous when the lever's pulled, because some of my pillars weren't electrifying the way they needed to be. And then I need to do a last pass for decorations and music, and then it'll be done. I'm thinking that next Wednesday at the latest. Thank you, Melangard. I'm excited. It's not super fancy, but I did kind of... I think it helped that I had a purpose for the level that I could build in between the purpose, which made it a lot easier. Because, like, ultimately it is just... The focus is the level links, you know, to recommend these other levels to people. But because I had those in my mind as kind of discrete areas, it was easier to make gameplay links between those areas. It's not like particularly well scaffolded gameplay, because I was kind of doing this on the fly, but I was kind of happy. That's what I made the Kokesha cannon for, and I like that cannon a lot. But it should be... I'm just glad to make something, and to have it out there, and it'll be cool. I'm excited. Let's see. Resume game. Tutu Tango. I do expect that I probably will not ace this level, because this is the one... Oh, wait. This is the chase level, right?
Very useful for fitting in small spaces. Yes.
Or is this not the chase one? Is the chase one after this? Chase is a standalone. Gotcha. Also, I love that they just, like, threw in a huge chunk of score bubbles there for no reason. Bringing us back in the day. Why, thank you! Melangard, I really appreciate that. But we'll see how it works. I'm surprised, like, my thermometer is just... I mean, I haven't put any real decoration in it yet, but, like, there's almost no use on the thermo. And it's kind of wild. It's a good version of the song, yeah. The Ziggurat levels are pretty solid levels, so I can't really complain about that. Oh, that's what I need to do. Right. I need to remember how to play... Oh wait, I haven't even... We need to be dressed. We're just sitting here naked, and I hate that. I don't know. It's okay. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, we could do ballerina eyes. I like ballerina eyes. We're good with that. Sometimes we get lucky like that. Better not to investigate, lest you accidentally hire the thermo for no reason. I mean, you know, that's a total mood. There's no real good place on this costume to put this, though. That's unfortunate. I can't get it small enough. Fudge. Toggle and Oddsock has such fun balanced movesets. Swoop, on the other hand, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, I hate that. It's okay. Yes, yes, that is appropriate. Poor Swoop. Swoop is just like, they're like, oh, he's a bird. He's a bird. What do birds do? That's just what we're gonna do. I've only been able to find, and I kid you not, one Swoop level I actually like. Was it the one where Swoop has to carry the scoreboard and, like, get killed so that they can teleport with the scoreboard? Because I played that level, and that was, I mean, at least it was interesting. Found out today about the Shibuya filming laws thing, and it's very funny that the way to film in Shibuya is basically have a person fool the cops into chasing them while people filming a show or movie. I think it was either by Big Surf or Steve Big Guns. I don't remember who did the level I'm thinking of. Meligard says he likes Swoop. I mean, I just feel, personally, I kind of feel like Swoop is just, oh, fudge! There goes our ace. I hate that. I hate that for us so much. That's my fault, I wasn't paying attention. Also, apparently this thing destroys prize bubbles, which, that sucks. That's not cool. They just don't, like, really do much with Swoop. If I recall correctly, Swoop is a gimmick that lets you drill through certain materials by flying through them. Oh, that's kind of neat. A lot of jumping happening. This is true. This is a very jump-heavy level. Also transformations.
Big things sink to bottom. Small things float to top and walk on water like ice skater. Very useful.
I don't think ice skaters walk on water though. I mean, I guess technically they do, but I don't really feel like that's appropriate. My problem is that they did too much with Swoop. Infinite flying is bound to break constant numbers of a constant number of I can read. I swear to God I can read. Countless numbers of obstacles. Yes. Yeah. I'm kind of cheesed that we already ruined the ace. It's like too early in the level to ruin the ace. Swoop is more geared towards minigames. I hate that you're right. Like, now that you say that, that makes so much sense. And nobody loves minigames. There's like no love for minigames. And then they go and they don't even put a decent minigame in for Swoop. Because the Swoop practice minigame is kind of pants. Why am I getting pins for Toggle? I mean, I have no choice in the matter, but... it just seems weird because I'm not doing anything. Oh, shoot! Not good. This is crashing. Also, nice speed up on the music. Yeah, like, I mean... no, wait, I didn't want to go here yet. I wanted to go over there. I wanted to go over there. Fudge it. Well, it's like we were saying last week, like, Sumo does a good job with spot design, and not a good job in, like, overarching design. 'Cause the levels, like, if I were looking at these levels just, like, randomly and unconnected, just if I had found things like this on the community, for example, for the show, and I would be well pleased with a lot of the levels. Like, they've got good presentation, they've got pretty fun gameplay, but they don't hang together.
Toggle is awakened. Last hero, Swoop, is in Bankam Lagoon. Take elevator to find, yes?
No!
Explore Ziggurat as Toggle. I mind not.
I think there's a couple of things that we can find as Toggle, but do I really care to find them?
No marble here, silent friend. And mild peril.
Oh, Kronos! That reminds me. I forgot to tell you. When we first got to Ziggurat, there was a couple of assets that didn't load in, and they had the giant, like, the red and black exclamation point mark to show things hadn't loaded, and it was just really, it was funny but also really sad. Like, even in their own story mode, playing off the disc, mind you, Sumo couldn't get things to like work even from a visual standpoint. Reality is falling apart. If only. That would make everything so much easier. There's like one other thing at least that we can do here as Toggle. Like, there's a special level for Toggle, but I don't remember where it is. This is to go to get the swoop. Well, isn't there like a running on water level for Toggle? It's in the screensaver. It's called Voltic Ruination. Oh my god. Kronos, no. Kronos, no. But also yes. But also no. It's down below everything. How do I get down there? Oh, there we are. Kronos, you could. All you need to do is hire somebody to move that, move the, refrigerator for you. Surely there's somebody that you could ask to be like, yo, I'll pay you with pizza if you just move this refrigerator for me. Also, I don't have my... Hold on a second. Can I make that real quick? Do I have the squirrel sticker? I do not have the squirrel sticker. Oh my god. This is an affront. This is rudeness directly in my face. They should just give me the squirrel sticker offhand because, like, obviously...
Hello? Would you like to help a librarian in distress?
You have no idea how much I would like to help a librarian in distress. I would like to do that very much. But first I need my squirrel sticker.
No marble here, silent friend. Instead, only
fun and mild peril.
Excuse me. Do you have any experience dealing with floods?
Yes, actually, my apartment has flooded multiple times. And multiple apartments.
The leaking pipe has turned the precious books into soggy mess. If we don't rain soon, there will be nothing left of our beautiful history. Please help us.
Yes, yes I shall. I would do anything to help a librarian in need. Oh, it cut off the top of the... Well, that's not acceptable. Now, I want to know why they don't have any of my hearted items, even though I've hearted stickers. Ooh, marine fact. Marine fact, what you gonna do? Cold water fish is a blanket term used for any fish that can withstand and survive temperatures below 14 degrees Celsius or 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, you know, if they can survive those temperatures, they don't need a blanket. So why do they need a blanket term? I am just saying that that is senseless. Blanket terms for things that don't need blankets. Oh, fudge. Gosh darn it. I like this level, but it is a little bit tough for me. Oh, fudge. Double fudge. I already did swear this stream, by the way. I feel bad about that, but it is true. Gosh darn it. Oh, there goes our time limit. Why are they glowing? Are they supposed to be glowing? Also, like, can I even get past this section? I feel like this is... Oh! Kronos, very smart. Very smart. You are very sharp. We appreciate your sharpness. I did not notice that at all. Oh, Mind Planet! How you doing, yo? It is wonderful to see you. I hope you are... I just died there. Like a chump. I just died there again. Like a chump. I am chumping the heck out of this, and I hate it. Also, can we, like, not drown? I feel like we are not drowning. And that seems weird. To me? Like, drowning should definitely be a thing. This is what
that history washed away. My sadness cannot be expressed.
This is what the toggle level looks at above 20 FPS. When you played it, was it so laggy that it was worse than that? Also, Mind Planet, I have not decided yet, but actually probably tomorrow will be... Oh, crumbs. Maybe we will do LBP tomorrow. And if we do it tomorrow, okay, that's fair. If we do it tomorrow, I will take a look at your level. And otherwise, if we don't do LBP tomorrow, we will definitely do it next Friday. And I will definitely take a look at it on one of those days. Oh, jeez. Like... I'm thinking I'll have a decision by the end of the stream. We need to be toggle. Don't we? We do need to be toggle. Yeah. Because we gotta trigger this. Is life treating you pretty good, Mind Planet? Hopefully you don't have any major stress. Work is not being jerk-tastic. I feel like the last time that I talked to you about work that you were doing a lot of it. And hopefully that's kind of calmed down a little bit. Oh good, we get Newton being a jerk again. I bet Newton stole the scroll sticker.
Friend, how marvelous to see you. How galling it must be for you to see how creative I've become. But this is just the beginning, dear chums. The creative heart now belongs
Life
to
has been fine. Work is being a bit jerk-tastic. They're shifting me in the morning more, which is harder because I don't have a car.
As I please. And who is this?
I thought...
Buncombe's has-been heroes? Well, you've seen better days, haven't you? It matters not.
I mean, the invisible material is... It's invisible by nature. Also, Newton talks like a big game about becoming more creative, but they never show him, like, doing anything?
You'll have to excuse me. I have affairs of the heart to attend to.
He poisoned our water supply, burned our crops, and delivered a plague unto our houses. I mean... Yeah. Yeah. And that's fair. That's fair. Yes! It's off camera. We only hear about that. And that's the thing, is like, so much of what Newton does is just off camera. Like, I feel like we see the collector more. Collecting stuff. Oh, fudge. Miss that. Hate that. Hate all of this. Hate it. Hate it. Don't like this at all. I mean, I like that. Oh, frappes. Other words that start with F. Where's my squirrel sticker? Where is my bleeding squirrel sticker? I would like to know. I do like this boss design. Like, I think it just looks cool, visually speaking. Oh, that was... Okay, physics, go to hell. Physics, you can totally go to hell. That was not fair. Nobody asked for that. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Why do I keep on getting hung up on stuff? I hate it. Well, I'm not getting any of this stuff. And still no squirrel sticker. Excuse me, but, squirrels? Do you not understand who I am? I'm the squirrel that's gonna burn your house down with a flamethrower made of lemons or something. I don't know. What do you want from me? Dang! Aced it! Aced it in one! There's the white scroll sticker that comes from Ziggurat, and I was gonna make my logo for the channel that I use like at the end of my videos, and I realized that I don't have that sticker. I haven't found it. And I don't know where it is, like what level it's in as a prize. Find that sticker. I know, right? Well, I wonder, like, it's so hard to find, like, just spot information like that. Ziggurat. Squirrel. Sticker. That totally doesn't help. That totally doesn't help at all. I mean, it did actually bring things up, but not for LBP3. Nothing like not safe for work or anything, but... I like to believe that Evil Newton is just the Titans pretending to be Newton. It makes his means and motivations make a little bit more sense. I mean, you're not wrong, but it just... I don't know, it just feels weird. Like, they just don't do anything with him. They don't do anything with the Titans. It's like... I mean... We don't... They kind of throw the Collector in a little bit out of left field in LBP1, but you do kind of see the Collector doing stuff throughout the game. The Negativitron is very front-ended. Like, we get a lot of the story of Negativitron throughout LBP2, but then we get to LBP3 and it's just like, what's Newton's gig? What's the Titans' gig?
They play the Newton like a puppet. Titans, that is, not chicken. You must find and defeat third Titan before time runs out for all of us. Sackboy's turning 15 this year. I feel so old.
Take lift to Buncombe Lagoon.
I mean...
Swoop. Only together.
I published my Bloomin' Onions level, like, actually 10 years ago.
Bad decision. Like, I don't know, big fortress shaped like face or something.
With hard out of Newton's control, all creativity in Buncombe trapped like hamster in ball.
Actually, those balls are not really great at keeping hamsters in. Speaking as someone who had a number of hamsters escape from those balls?
I forgot most important thing. Buy me funny souvenir hat if you have the time.
Go to hell! Sorry, I don't, like, super appreciate, Papal Mache. Some of Papal Mache's, like, actual dialogue is kind of funny, but also, I mentioned this before, you or PtaER dropped by, tonight, when I was talking at the beginning of the stream, and it's like, Papal Mache feels designed after a 1980s knockoff of Yakov Smirnoff, who was just, at least in his presentation as a performer, was just like a collection of funny Russian tropes. And it's like, yeah, I guess that had cultural relevance in the 1980s, but this game came out in whole ass 2014, and what children in 2014 are like, wow, I'm really glad you're referencing this comedian from 1985, many years before I was freaking born. Oh yeah, like, LBP3 is almost 10 years old. Also, I love how they spoiled the final boss on the hub map. Yeah, that's, yeah. Crow says the Titans are basically just Vex without character design. Yeah, and I hate it. Kids love the Soviet Union jokes. I mean, do you think, because tankies have children, like tankies breed, do you think that tankies would find Soviet Union jokes funny or not? I mean, probably not.
And you will be next. I will pick you apart stitch by stitch and make you into a nice scarf or a hat. What is happening to me? First,
Well, but the thing is, like, it's, I mean,
I am Pinky.
ish. Kind of ish. PtaER, because, like, I feel like
Which has been lost to that
Wilderness and more in Wilderness than Factory, because, like,
than a typhoon in a jam jar.
Factory is, it's like signage and stickerage, but there's not like really a lot that speaks to communist era Russia. There is more in the visual design in Wilderness of that kind of aesthetic, but it's not like a character. Like, when you get, you know, you look at the Factory Better tomorrow, and it's, I need you to go away, lady, because I don't want your chatter to interrupt me. I kind of hate this lady. Like, the Factory, you've still, it's like a big falling apart, decrepit factory. It's a very standard, like, video game environment. And, you know, Wilderness, it's military base. Like, again, it's like, yeah, it's kind of Soviet, but also it's a generalized kind of like cold weather military environment. But like Papal Mache is like actually a character, you know, like you interact with him. No one finds in the Soviet Union jokes funny besides Americans in the 80s and boomers scared about Russians. You're not wrong. Yeah. I don't know. It still feels very ish to me.
The marble sits at the top of this impossibly tall tower. Fear not. I shall help you reach it.
Thank you, Pinky. I just want the boost boots, okay? Think we might get something special for Sackboy's Big 15. I mean, If Sumo remembers. It's not impossible. That I mean, I hope you're right, but I don't expect it. Although I do have to say, I realize that if LBP4 does come out and it's exclusive to PS5, I will lose all of my DLC, and I kind of hate that.
You will need to borrow the queenly boost boots. Walk over the
Because I mean, I wouldn't lose all my DLC, but I would lose all the DLC that's been delisted, because you can only get the DLC that's been delisted, or well, any DLC, on the system that you've downloaded it on. So,
boost boots equipped, you can do
for example,
things.
Oh, about that, because I was gonna say, like, I've got the Marvel DLC pack for, you know, for LBP, and I bought that on the PS3, so I've got that available to me when I play LBP 1 and 2 on my PS3 right now, even though it's not the same console unit. And I can play it on the PS4 because I downloaded it on the PS4, even though this is not the original PS4 that I had. However, I bought the Human Torch and Doc Ock costumes on PS3, but for some reason had never downloaded them on PS4 before they had gotten delisted, and so I don't have them, even on my Japanese account. My friend went from PS3 to PS5 and his unlisted DLC was downloaded successfully. That's interesting. That's very interesting indeed. I didn't want to do that. I want to get up on top of there, but I don't. Definitely can do that. I can definitely do that. I watched a stream, well, it was a VOD of a stream, so it was highly edited, of two Japanese girls, like, failing completely at this level, and it was both extremely cute, but also extremely frustrating to watch. I'm 100% sure that if a new DLC, a new LBP is made, they'll relist content. PtaER, I hate to be this girl, but that Disney content is not getting relisted again. Like, that's not gonna happen. Cause there's no way the mouse would part with that for anything that Sumo would be willing to pay. It's kind of shocking that they got it in the first place.
This is a boost refresher. It recharges your boost boots whenever you touch it.
Your boost boots?
To use your boost boots multiple times.
Now, one thing I could see, conceivably, is some of the non-branded materials being repurposed and re-released. Like the floaty fluid, but not as SpongeBob. Or the music stuff that was in Muppets, but not like specifically as a Muppets thing. That I could see. Wait, what? Alice, what? Alice, what? Disney game-wise only cares about the mobile game Sphere, and that they have company make. Like a sexy Woody MOBA game? Can you tell us more about that, and would it still be family friendly? They made a MOBA game with a sexy Woody? Wow! What? I feel some kind of ways about this, and none of them are very good. It's okay. It's family friendly sexy Woody. But like, you can't just say sexy Woody. Like, by its very nature, that phrasing is... Oh, Kettle, it is so good to see you. I hope that you're doing very, very well. I'm sorry that I completely muffed and thought it was your birthday. It seemed like better to err on the side of being right than on the side of being... Wait. You know what I mean. I gotta check out this link. What the hell? What? What? Why? Why? Why does Woody look like he would be voiced by, like, Easy Bake Oven? I will link you the evil sexy Woody, because every character in this game has an evil form for some reason. Oh, hey, where's the newest one? I hate that. That is like... I just hate everything about that. Why? He's like buff? Why is Woody buff? It did sound kind of birthday-ish. It did. But I sat there and I'm like thinking to myself, like, it sounds birthday-ish, but is Kettle 21? I thought Kettle was older than that, but then I was wondering, like, do I want to assume? But I am glad that you are still putting out your poetry and you're still putting out your writing. It is good and important to have joy and creativity in the world. This Woody posts on MRA forums. Oh my god, he does. This Woody likes Andrew Tate. This Woody listens to the Tate speech. In fact, when I saw that 21 number, I felt pretty old, but inspired to write a haiku. It was a good haiku. I liked it. Alright, now we don't want to jump directly into the spikes. That would be a problem. I hate this thing. This is my nemesis. Because I can't judge depth at all. Also, these spiders are pretty actual wonderful. They are also very good character design, and we love them. Which is kind of funny considering how much I hate spiders, but... This rope is right in my freaking way, thank you very much. Sumo. Completely uncalled for, thank you very. Alright, what is over there? Like, we clearly want to hit that boost dealie. Oh fudge, oh fudge, oh fudge. Okay. Saved. But for how long? I love spiders in all media and wish they got better rep. They're so cool. It's kind of funny. We've talked about this on channel like a number of times, but I don't mind saying it again. Like, I love spiders in concept, and I love what spiders do. I think you're right. I think they deserve a lot better rep. I like images of spiders. I like spider forms as used in character design, like creature design or character design. But real life in meat space, on a base level, I cannot deal with spiders. And it's a whole thing, like an actual phobic level reaction to spiders. I will either freeze completely immobile, or I will panic and run as fast as I can in whatever direction will take me away from the spider, without regards to pride, without regards to safety, and I seemingly have no control over this. Basically anything that's larger than, say, like an eraser? Like spiders that are smaller than that, like the little fuzzy jumping spiders, okay, those are cool. I'm okay with those. But anything bigger than that, and it's just, I cannot handle it at all. Oh my god, I just ran right into those spikes, costing us the ace like a chump. I hate it. I get it, spiders mess people up and can be dangerous. I love them, but understand why others do not. I hate mosquitoes, though. It's the funny thing is, like, I don't know what it is, like, what the issue is, precisely. Ace, more like in your face. Haha, got him. There was... I don't hate it, Kronos. But I kind of hate it. I've told this story. This is an old story, but I can always go back to it because I have no pride. I have no shame. Many years ago, probably like, at this point, like probably 10 years ago, I woke up one morning in my lovely apartment in Osaka. It's when I was still with Honey Bunny, and I woke up and there was a huntsman spider on the floor, basically right next to my head, and I absolutely lost it. Ran into the shower and refused to come out until Honey Bunny had done something with the spider. Cause Honey Bunny is fearless. She sorted that, no problem. She didn't kill it, which is even more of a thing. She somehow, cause huntsmen are big, like they're even big. I think even if you like spiders, they're like hand-sized. They're the ones that they always show in the spoopy Australia memes, where they'll have like a toilet paper roll and then a spider that's just completely covering it. Those are huntsmen. They're harmless. Their bite has been equated to somewhere around, like, maybe a bee sting as far as pain levels go, but they just look absolutely terrifying if you've got issues with spiders, because they are biggies. I don't know how I'd survive anywhere else. The biggest spiders are not much bigger than a quarter. Like, the thing is, like, Osaka, those are not generally found in Osaka. It's a bit too far north. Like, down where Honey honey bunnies from. Like, you could find them not all around, but relatively commonly there, because Amami is really quite warm, but Osaka is not. So it was a real big shock. We never even really saw too many of the orb spiders, I think they're called. It sounds terrifying. I would love to pet it, but I also wanted to pet tarantulas as a kid. My parents said no. I mean, you know, if only for the tarantula's safety, because they're pretty, like, tarantulas are a lot more delicate looking than, or no, they're a lot more delicate than they look, if I remember correctly. Does Japan get a lot of, like, scary insects? Not like Australia levels, but if you've got problems with insects, there are a couple in Japan that would, I think, really bother you. We do get the, what are they called? Susumebachi?
For a high score. If you beat mine, I shall become very cross.
Need you to be quiet, Pinky, because you are just completely, utterly annoying. Susumebachi are the, like, the big old Japanese hornets. And they are very large. Like, they're large in the way that if you see pictures of them, it does not do it justice. They look like something out of a freaking video game. So that, I think, that would probably bother you. I mean, not maybe you, but if a person had problems with insects, that would not be great.
But maybe there is more to discover.
We get centipedes, but generally not like giant centipedes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we get here. There are some pretty fabulously large roaches. Especially if you go down south, like down to the islands, but they got these roaches that, like, they look like they're wearing sunglasses. I mean, not on their heads, but like the coloration of their backs. Oh, I mean, we do get, we do have the beetles, not the band, but the giant beetles, but not like the super giant beetles. But, kabutomushi are, they can get pretty big. I know there's like a whole sideline in beetle raising, which is wild to me, but kind of nifty.
This marble used into the
Oh. Yeah, this is a family-friendly stream. It does happen. Oh yeah, I remember what insects I loathe with 1,000 suns, so roaches. Those dudes can go to heck. I don't hate, well, I do hate roaches, but I don't fear them the way that I am afraid of spiders. Like, I can generally deal with them. It probably depends on a lot on which prefecture and area you are in Japan. This is true. Yeah. The farther south that you go, the more likely you're gonna get the big stuff. I'm not, you know, like I said, I'm not a big fan of roaches, but generally I can deal with them, except when they're flying around. I don't like anything that flies, because I don't like anything that touches me. Which is a whole kind of thing to say, I realize, but... Oh hey, we've got a glitched out slope. Love that. Love that for us. Oh! Wait, did we fall out of level? Did we break the level? Oh, Sumo. Oh, Sumo. Oh, Sumo. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. I remember hearing from a friend that went to Okinawa that there are some big bugs there. Also, yeah, I would imagine Okinawa's probably pretty bugtastic. Okay, we did get off the slope that time, so that's pretty good. No, I don't want any of this stuff. Give me the boost boots.
Hey, you! I need a little help to joust the air and play amongst the birds.
Hi.
Newton has stolen my inspiration, and my air jouster is nothing but parts. Help me win the Great Bunkum Air Joust, and I'll give you cool suit of armor. Can you help me?
Moving to the south, I discovered fire ants. I never had to deal with those, and they sound awful. Honestly, living in New York kind of ruined any possible love for roaches. Now, like, when you say living in New York, were you in New York State, or were you in New York City? This is a pop-up, yeah, this is a pop-up power-up level, and I don't love any of these. You were in the city, because I spent a fairly significant amount of time in the state. I don't know, we might have already talked about this before, and if we did, I apologize, but I don't know if you know offhand Elmira, but that's where I spent a chunk of my childhood.
Then please select the goodies bag using the left stick and the action button.
Yes.
And press the action button.
I think we want the fishbone, because it's stylish.
Around the workspace using the left stick.
We can't resize, and I think that's wrong. You had a snake enter your house? That is lucky. That is good luck.
Move it to the attachment point and press the action button.
I actually really like these levels. A shame they never expanded Poppet Academy and made a Poppet level expansion. I mean, it's a shame they never expanded Poppet Academy, because they could have, like, actually made it into the tutorial that it was purporting to be.
That steed looks very regal. A winner, I think. If you don't like what you built, pull that lever to pop.
Okay, I do love this octopus. I haven't been to many places outside of New York City when I was little. My parents probably know Elmira. They've been all over the state. That's fair enough. I mean, like, it's not... By no means would you need to know Elmira. Like, it wasn't that great. Oh god, we did terribly. Ope. Ope. Total ope. It's just so rare for me to run into folks from that neck of the woods. But the funny thing is, on the opposite side of that, when I went to university and so I was in Milwaukee, and you'd tell people like I was from New York, and everybody would be like, "Oh, New York City?" Like, nah, dog. Like, no, super not New York City. There are more places that are in the sticks than Elmira, but Elmira is, it definitely, especially compared to New York City, Elmira is like super duper in the sticks. Alice's thing with a lot of Portugal is that a lot of the cities only became urbanized in the 2000s or the 90s, so a lot of the areas were rural villages before that, and you still have wild animals and stuff showing up in an urban city center. You got snakes and foxes and wild boars. But see, like, Alice, I love snakes. I think snakes are wonderful. And that's not even, like, me trying to flex. Like, I just honestly think snakes are wonderful. And if I could afford a pet, like, to actually take care of a pet, I would absolutely have a snake. I am not anti-snake. This is good. This is good to know. Okay, you're gonna go in the front. And you're gonna go in the back. And we'll use a glider? And we're only going to do this one more time. Because I'd like to get the other main level done. We're not going to have time, I don't think, to do, like, the final couple levels, but... Oh god, that was trash. The problem with saying you're from New York is everyone expects New York City. I don't immediately think that since I asked what part of New York before seeing if we're from the same area. Rarely are people from... Hold on. Twitch just cut off the very bottom of it. Rarely are people from the same part of New York City, though. I mean, New York City's pretty whomping big. Are we... Is there a scoreboard? No? I guess not. Alright. I've only been to New York like a handful of times. New York as in the city. And I don't think we ever really got too far out of like the touristy places. I know the couple of times that we went with Honey Bunny that it was mostly Manhattan. And I'm trying to remember where I went with Zed. I think that when I went down to New York with Zed, I think we didn't actually go into the city, but I think we're in Long Island. And I don't remember because I was very high. All I remember is that there was a boat involved. His friend had a boat. I wonder how Zed is doing. Hopefully well. His name wasn't Zed. I'm using Zed to protect his reputation.
This is no place
I don't know
for the
that he has a
queen.
reputation that needs protecting, but...
Gooey, sticky,
I hate this.
disgusting. How dare the marble be here?
Gooey, sticky, disgusting. I do like the music in this section, though. It's fabulous music. Fun fact, I've never been to any of the touristy places. No Statue of Liberty, no ferry ride. I've never been to Staten Island. Nothing. I mean, that's like super fair, though. I kind of feel like when you live in a place, it's really easy to not. The only reason that we ended up going to any of the kind of tourist spots in Osaka and Kyoto is just because they're also kind of date spots. So when I was first dating Honey Bunny, we would end up going, but like once we were in a relationship and we weren't like dating, but like actually were together, we hardly ever did any of that stuff. It was just like, no, we've got actual places to go to. Which sounds so snobby, but honestly. Wait, do I want to go down? I guess I do want to go down. I don't remember any of the level progression here. I was wondering how many people visit the places in their hometown is known for. Like, in Milwaukee, almost nobody. Unless you're counting Miller Park, and that's just because it's a baseball stadium. I only go to the tourist places in my city. Since my city is so small, you need to pass through to go around the city, and it's bizarre. I mean, we'd end up in Dotonbori fairly often, but that's just because, like, all the bars and restaurants are in that area. So, Ope. It's kind of an Ope situation. I know I made a point when I got to Tokyo to go to Akihabara, and I would like to avoid that as much as possible in the future because I kind of hate it. It sucks. Like, it just straight up honestly sucks. Wait, did I miss? I did miss something. Every time I go to that place, it's filled with like 20 different tourist groups of Spanish old people. Specifically Spanish old people? Oh, this is not well chosen. Also, this game, I've never heard of it until I saw you play it, and I'm fascinated how robust the fan base is, not in a bad way. I think it's really cool. Are these levels fan-made or from the game? These levels are actually from the story mode of the game, so these were done by Sumo. And LBP3 doesn't have a particularly well-loved story mode. It was... The base game itself was very, very buggy when it came out. And one could argue that they never really fixed all of the problems with the game, unfortunately. But I'm deeply surprised and deeply happy, like, that the fan community still exists, because there was definitely a pretty big drop-off with LBP3. And one thing that I am pretty sad about, because there used to be a pretty dedicated Japanese creator community, and they did like a lot of really, really good work. But the servers for Japan got shut down in 2017, and a lot of Japanese players just never came back. But there are still folks that are keeping on. And very interestingly, the LVP 1 and 2, so they were only on PlayStation 3, and their servers were shut down recently because of a DDoS attack, because somebody was a raging jerk. And the fans have actually been putting together fan servers for those games, and they're only in beta right now, but they are functional, and it's pretty wild. And Kronos, you'll be interested to know that somebody's actually working on servers for LBP carding. And those are not stable, but semi-stable, it sounds like. Kel says, currently in a smallish city in North Carolina, which means it's nothing to do. When I lived in South Carolina, I lived in a town so small, it'll probably dox me if I mentioned it, and the most happening place at the time was when they added a Walmart. Oh, I hate that. I hate that for you. I'm glad at least that you traded up, I guess. It sounds like the city that you're in now at least is larger than the city you were in before. Oh, and I missed something from Alice. Alice said it's mostly Spanish old people. There are other tourists, but those are mostly in the summer. The Spanish old people are like there all year because my city is near one of the borders of Spain. Oh, that's fair. That's like super fair. God, I've got this Kirby Crackle, and it is driving me up the wall. Please, headphones. I need you to stop. If I have extra money when I get paid, new headphones. That's gonna be my present to myself. Going from small town going from New York City to small town South Carolina was something. I can only imagine. 'Cause for me it's largely been the opposite. Like, when I was a really wee baby, and we were in Blacksburg, Virginia, but like, I don't remember any of that because I was a really wee baby. But from then, it was, at least as far as when I was old enough to have memory, it has mostly been a process of moving to larger and larger cities. So it was like a bunch of places when I was a tiny kid. Like, we moved all over the East Coast, but most of that is gone to memory. But then it was Elmira, Milwaukee, Sendai, Osaka, and then Tokyo. And Sendai and Milwaukee are kind of comparable. But, like, Osaka's a really big jump up from Milwaukee, and Tokyo's a really big jump up from Osaka. I can't imagine going in reverse. Although, if I ever move down to Amami, I guess I will. Because Amami is super tiny. The entire island population, I think, is smaller than Elmira. And it's split up between like 10 or 15 even tinier villages. Amami is like literally the place where Honey Bunny's sister, when she went back to visit her mom, I think like before she got married, and one of their cousins is working at the airport, because they've got like 5 billion cousins, and had mentioned like, oh, you look good, did you lose weight? And Honey Bunny's sister, just like as a joke, because she's very funny, this is not true, but that's a whole other story, was like, oh yeah, I got liposuction. The entire freaking island knew that story within basically 2 hours. Like, the story beat her to her mom's house. And then for the entire rest of the trip, that's like all she heard about. Because everybody's like, oh my god, you got liposuction? Was it expensive? Did it work? And she's like, no, it's just, I was just joking. People, I was just joking. Oh fudge, oh fudge, oh fudge! Darn it. It's, in August, it's Portuguese Immigrant Month, where all the Portuguese immigrants from around the world visit Portugal to visit family. So you get French Portuguese people and Canadian and American Portuguese people. Huh. Is good old small town gossip, I love it. Derogatory. Yeah. It was great because like we'd go back to visit and I would just wear tank tops all the time because A, it was really, really hot, and B, I basically lived in tank tops. And it would really bother Honey Bunny's mom because I've got tattoos. And she'd be like, oh, you've got to cover those up. You can't let people be seeing your tattoos. You know, you look like a miscreant. And it was like, yo, lady, everybody on this freaking island knew I had tattoos within like 10 minutes of me getting here. It's not going to be... It's not a thing. It's too late. It's literally too late. I like a mommy though, like... Honey Bunny's Da is one of the few men in my life that I've looked up to. He's very gruff, he's very blokey, but he's very quiet, and like he's very much a family man. He's like super loyal to the family and very protective of everybody, and he works so much. Like, he will help anybody. He'll do any job. He can do just about any type of labor. And so he's got like this really great reputation on the island because everybody knows, like, if you need help with something, if you've got some project, call up Mr. H and he'll come and help you out. So, like, when we would go back to visit and he would just have like a barbecue, and people from all over would come to the house and be like, yeah, here's some booze, here's some food, here's like everybody get together, have this giant party. And it was so cool. And that's great, like, you know, when you're on the good side of the gossip. It's not so great when you're on the bad side of the gossip. So I kind of lucked out that her Da was so well respected. Because if that hadn't been the case, I think that my experience when we visited would have been a lot different. But basically, like, nobody gave us trouble because nobody wanted him to give them trouble. It was funny because he decided that he liked me because I was the only one of Honey Bunny's dates who wasn't scared to drink with him. Like, whenever she had brought people home, I guess, previous to our getting together, they would drink politely because they were scared of her dad. I didn't really know any of her dad's reputation, and he would just keep saying, like, drink, drink, which was supposed to be really encouraging, but the grammar point that he was using was the imperative form. So while he was saying, his mood was like, have another one, you know, like, we're having a good time, have another one, I was hearing, drink this, because that's the way I was translating it in my brain. So I was just like pounding down these beers with him, and Honey Bunny and her mom had gone to, like, deliver souvenirs to other people, so it was, like, just me and her dad. And we got... I mean, I was just hammered. Just completely cannot stand up anymore. And her dad just thought that was wonderful. Was just like, he was having a great old time and he was telling me stories that I didn't understand, because the more drunk that he got, the deeper into the Amami dialect that he would get. And the Amami dialect is quite different from standard Japanese. And, like, I barely follow it. Like, I know a little bit of it, and just a little bit of it. And I didn't know any of it at all at that time. And I was just, like, just vibing. Japan has a big drinking culture. Yes. It's purported to be becoming less of a thing. There's always these stories in the newspaper about how, like, the younger generation is drinking less and isn't going out, like, for business drinking anymore. To the point where, like, the government did an ad campaign to encourage people to drink more, because the government is definitely in the pocket of big alcohol. But it's still a pretty heavy drinking culture, and like, you could still, pre-COVID at least, although even throughout COVID, to be honest, like, you go to these pubs and you'll pay like 2,000 yen and it'll be all you can drink for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So people just get absolutely just blitzed. And I would go... The school that I used to work at, like the branch of the company that I used to work at, and it was at the end of this drinking district in uptown Osaka, because Osaka's kind of split between, you've got like the more office area uptown, and then you've got like the real drinking and eating center, which is the downtown. And because like it's this office area, and you get this, the drinking district in the uptown was mostly for salarymen who would be taking out like business contacts, and they would go to these hostess clubs and would just get completely hammered and do business. And every Sunday morning, because I worked on Saturdays and Sundays, and every Sunday morning I would count the number of passed out businessmen in the street, in this like narrow street that would go up to where my office was, where that school was. And there would at least usually be like 2 or 3 just middle-aged Japanese guys, dead to the world, stone drunk at like 8 o'clock in the morning, sometimes with an attendant puddle of substance. You know, we'll leave that under CWs, you can guess. So yeah, it's like, it's a lot. Is that something I would have to worry about if I ever visit? I'm not a big drinker. I like a glass of sweet wine or two and whiskey, but not enough to get drunk off of it. I don't think I've ever been drunk. I, like... If you were drinking by yourself, probably not. If you were drinking with people, it would probably depend on who you're with. I've been with some really pushy people about drinking. But like if you go to a bar and you just like have a beer and you just decide you want to nurse the beer all night, like that's not really a big issue. Oh, that's right. Bunkum Lagoon's only got 2 of these orbs. Yeah, but I mean, I think you'd probably be okay. It's more of an issue if you're like, if you have social groups here. Because it's pretty likely that you'd have like a Hanami, and there'd be a lot of drinking at the Hanami. Oh boy, a swoop level. The swoop level.
No, Bunkum's heroes will soon be reunited. I must maintain my royal composure. After all, we're
I'm being a bit mean. I'm sure this one's alright. This is actually not a bad level. Like, it is a level. It's not just like a mini game.
Swoop!
Swoop! Frickin' Pinky. They couldn't even put in a 3rd marble for Swoop. Like, that is just...
Don't believe it. What are the chances?
What are the chances one of Bunkum's heroes would show up in the place that's dedicated to Bunkum's heroes?
Head back to the lagoon while Swoop and I give him the slip.
It's easy to get soda in Japan, right? That's all I drink basically when it's not water, tea, or coffee. Oh, it's super easy to get sodas, yeah. Like, there's vending machines everywhere. And even if you didn't want a vending machine, there's convenience stores everywhere. Root beer does not have a fan base. Root beer is not well loved, and I think that's unfair to root beer. Because I personally think root beer is pretty great, if you ask me. If COVID ever becomes manageable in a way that doesn't kill people, impossible dream, I know. I'd like to travel again. I've always wanted to travel the Asian continent, along with finally visiting Nigeria. Like, this is a whole look. I do have to give the... Swoop does have some looks. We are not handling COVID well over here. They're actually thinking of... And this is terrifying. They are thinking of downgrading COVID because the Japanese government is tired of providing any financial support. Which I found pretty hilarious when I read that, because they had hardly provided any financial support in the first place, and in fact I am paying off a loan for their financial support. I don't know. Like, it's definitely not popular over here, and I hate it because I love root beer. But it's pretty hard to find.
Hold R1 and press the left stick in any direction to perform a swoop. It's the fastest way to fly.
Is it though? Is it really? Okay, maybe it is. Now I think we're gonna get this level done, and then then we're probably gonna have to tie a bow on things for the evening because we are getting pretty close to the 3-hour point.
You don't expect your queen
Japan
to carry
handles
things for
COVID
you, I
worse
hope.
than US.
You have a grab button
It seems
just
like more people
anyone
actually wear
else.
masks. That's like the one thing that's worked out relatively well for Japan is that, like, there is a culture of people
Queens
wearing
do
masks.
not like to lift anything. Fact. So please pick up the blocks using the... I must leave you, Snoop. Be sure to leave that purple ninny away from Bunkum Lagoon.
Oh, thank God. She's gonna stop talking. But, like, as far as a government response, it's been terrible. And the vaccinations have been just a total joke. I still have not been able to make a... whatchamacallit? A reservation for the bivalent. And it's been, like, what, 9 months? Okay, I need you to blow up over here. But we do have, like, a lot of people who just, they wear the mask, but they don't wear it right. And it's really annoying. I have to ask at least a dozen times at work for people to put their masks on properly. And they always get snippy about it. Now that's not always only Japanese folks, like there's more than enough foreigners who also decide they don't want to wear their masks properly. Fastest way, Hero Cape, allow me to introduce myself. Did you just call me Beaky? Did you just call me Beaky? I kinda hate that. That's gross. I do... Wait, where am I? What just happened? Did they... Can I... This is supposed to be automatic, isn't it? What? Kronos! What? Why? Whatever, I don't even know. I do hope, like... Yeah, I have no idea what's going on there. I mean, obviously, I hope that COVID somehow becomes manageable. I don't understand how that would happen, but it is... I would not recommend people coming to Japan right now, which I hate because I want to meet people. And probably the only way that I'm going to be able to meet people is if they come here, because I have no money. It's a shame because, like, Hive was just on the cusp of coming to visit. And, then COVID really started to get bad. And they decided, you know, maybe it's for the safest not to come. Was this close? I was gonna take Hive to a taxidermy bar. Okay, Newton, I would like you to stop shooting at me, though. That would be super cool. Ah! Fudge! I don't understand why people seem bored of protecting themselves, or killing disabling disease. Protecting themselves from a killing or disabling disease. I know! Like, that's... I mean... Oh, wow. You're speaking to the choir. Singing to the choir? Speaking to the choir? I'm the choir in this sentence, is the thing. And I don't... Like, I don't get it, honestly. You would think, because it's not... This is not a big ask. Like, just wear a mask normally, they look goofy as hell. You got the, like, your big old beak is just hanging out of that mask. Or the mask, like, underneath the chin. And I was like, why would you do that? Do you not know how goofy you look? If I can't appeal to your sense of decency, and I can't appeal to your sense of, like, general self-protection, at least I can appeal to your sense of vanity? Oh, crumbs! I was not paying attention. Okay, hold on, I may not be able to look very closely for a second. Alright, I did terribly at that. I would love to meet people again. I guess I have to stick to virtual until... Seriously though, Kettle? Like... That's like... If I think of dreams... Things like I really want... that are not directly related to, like, transition stuff. I would love to be able to meet even just a handful of the people who have come into my life the last couple of years, and this plague times stretching out like taffy the way that it is, and making that dream seem more and more unrealizable is, like, beyond the fact that it's just simply frustrating. It just kind of hurts my heart. Because the thing, like, as terrified as I am to visit the States, but, like, I could do a road trip and hit up, like, a bunch of folks that I know in the States, and at the very least I could get, like, that continent sorted. But I can't imagine going to the US right now. Like, Japan is bad enough. I also fear the way going forward, it'll be only the rich who will actually be able to travel safely. You're not wrong. I mean, you're not wrong at all. And I hate that, but... Okay. Now, I am... As much as I hate to kind of start to put a bow on things on such a down note, I'm gonna have to do that, because we are at the 3-hour, 3-minute point, and your girl is getting a little bit tired. But let's get back to the hub. No, I don't want to do this level. Fudge. I think I fudged that up. Damn it. Yeah. Well done, Nisco. I keep on forgetting that the J-side version that I'm playing right now uses the O button for accept, but the US version that I always play uses the X button, and it screws me up every time. I am so glad that you caught my stream. Like, you have to set it to W for Wumbo. I don't even know what that means. I'm terrified, Kronos. It's been a pleasure, though. Kettle, it's been, like, so nice. I feel like... I've been just uncommonly blessed that most of the folks who've kind of dropped by the community and have stuck around have clicked so well with it. But I always appreciate having you here. And it has been really cool. I always feel like when I say things like it's been really cool knowing you, it always sounds in my mind like it's a farewell, and that's not what it's intended to be. But I figured that you understand what I mean. But but we do have. I'm not making any sense, so I do have to wrap it up. And Kronos, I don't want you to feel left out. You've been one of my boosters since the very beginning, so I'm super happy about that. But I gotta go, folks. Your girl's gotta sleep. I will ask you always. I was just eating. I love it. I will ask you both, as always, to please be taking care of yourselves. Make sure that you're attending to the needs of the meat. And remember that there are people who care about you deeply and who want you to succeed, and I am just one of those people. But from me, Disco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.